Hello, hello! Welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Karradyne?
I am doing well, I think.
Better?
Yes.
You were sick
Yeah.
for like the past 2 or 3
I'm
days.
still a little sniffly, and I'm still a little coffee.
Yeah.
But
Little coffee, little
yeah.
uh,
Little
roast,
espresso,
roast
dark
beef,
roast.
roast bean.
No, I don't think I'd ever qualify as a dark roast. I'm way too white.
Yeah. Hey, if this is your first time or 123rd time coming into the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. Karradyne did. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us, you can do it at patreon.com/anovelconsole.
Why do you hate me?
Why?
Karradyne did.
Well, because you did.
Anyway, tell your friends about the show and tell them about how I was converted to liking this one thing that a lot of people in the world like. Maybe you can get us a bunch of new listeners if now that I like things that I didn't like before or didn't think I would like before.
Isn't that what the show is about?
Yeah, I guess. Changing people's minds. Yes,
Making
it's
fun of
definitely what this show is about.
And making fun of the stuff we love.
Yeah. So yeah, tell your friends about the show. Tell them to leave us a review if they listen. You leave us a review if you listen. You can leave us reviews basically wherever you listen to podcasts. And we have a Discord. You can send us an email to ask for the link, or you can go to our Twitter and find the pinned tweet. Is it pinned? It's still not pinned. Are you fucking kidding me?
And I'm so behind on the 30-day challenge.
Oh my god! Then just repin the damn thing.
Yeah, I should. Maybe not. Probably not. No, I won't. Just ask us for the link. Sorry, there was a cut there, and I wasn't ready to start talking.
Bless it.
Professional podcasting.
Yes, that's who we are. Professional podcasters.
Yep. So you've been sick for the past few days, so we haven't been able to get this episode out. And also, it's been Christmas, so we've been going nonstop for the past 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we did not, even though we had an abundance of time to read and play, we had no time to read and play.
Yeah.
Because we were go, 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 go like fucking Energizer bunnies.
Mm-hmm. Like, I had to finish the game, like, 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I actually finished the manga before you finished the game.
Yeah, which is surprising because it's manga and you're reading.
Yes, I am.
But Christmas has been Christmas. It's been stressful with the go and go here and go there and visiting family members being like, oh, hang out here today, and others being like, oh, hang out here instead. And it's been chaos.
Yeah. And it's even though we're like still working.
Oh, we're also working too.
Yes, we're working. Yeah. We worked up till the Thursday before Christmas. We went back to work Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And then
till tomorrow. Well, this episode releases.
I work through half day tomorrow. But like, even though we're still working, I still feel like the whole meme situation is applicable, where, you know, Gandalf is strewn out on the rock after he's been beaten up by the Balrog. He's like, I strayed out of time and every moment was like a life sage, or whatever it is that he says.
Whoa. I have a question.
What?
Am I going to be white now?
Oh my God. I can't.
No?
But that period in between Christmas and New Year's Eve where it's just like,
sucks.
What day is it? What's going on? Where are we? Are we in another dimension? Mm-hmm. All time froze.
And like, I'm still working and people at work are wonky too.
Yeah.
So like, I was like asking this one dude how many new hires we have for next week. And he's like, I'll let you know. It's going to be a light number, but it's going to be about the usual. And then today I asked him, I was like, hey, I'm leaving in like 5 minutes. Is everybody in? And he's like, yeah, it's just 2 people. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, I haven't even had a chance to tell you what's going on at work for me. There are a bunch of hooligans running rampant
like
around the place.
Hooligans?
Like teenage hooligans. We're assuming they're teenage hooligans. We don't know exactly who's doing it, but they have now trashed every single bathroom on property by setting off fireworks inside of each one.
That's very funny.
And then they dump the remains of the fireworks into the toilets.
That is rich kid behavior right there.
Right? That is my daddy bought me a Tesla the minute I turned 16 behavior.
Yep.
Yep. The brand new Tesla, which I think they're like numbered.
The one that doesn't catch fire?
I don't know.
Catches fire.
It's a
even
2023 Model 3.
It catches fire even less.
Less.
Less. Still catches fire.
I am perfectly fine with my Nissan Rogue. Thank you
I'm
very
fine
much.
With my car too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. As dirty as it is, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gets me where I need to go.
Yep, and it's reliable too.
Yes.
Doesn't die.
And affordable.
Yeah.
Well, more affordable.
So part of the go has been that my parents have been here, and they are not the type to stay.
They don't like to rest as much as we do.
Yeah, because like if they start resting, they fall asleep.
Which sounds great to me. I mean,
like I got a picture of my dad that he fell asleep stretching, and he stayed in that position for like half an hour.
He was doing the Y for the YMCA.
He stayed like that for like half an hour.
My shoulders would hurt if I fell asleep like that.
He did fall asleep like that. So they're like, there's nothing going on. They're like, what are we doing today? I'm like, I don't know.
I was just gonna sit here with this book and with Frasier on for the millionth time.
Like, let's go somewhere. I'm like, I don't want to go nowhere. And then people are driving like assholes out on the road too.
They really are.
I can't wait for this whole season to be over. It's been hectic.
You know, it's sad because I feel like at least most people, you spend so much time looking forward to it and so excited, and then it gets here and it just drains the ever living fuck out of you. And you're like, God, I'm so glad that's over. Till next year.
My aunt made a group text today, and she's asking us like, what do you guys want to do for New Year's? Do you guys want to come over? And somebody in the group said, no, we're going to go do whatever. And I texted, both those things sound horrible.
You did.
I would rather...
And it wasn't even just family in that text, which I didn't realize until later when somebody was like, oh, so-and-so and I are going to come. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't realize this wasn't just us. Whoops.
I would rather shoot my foot off than go somewhere on a holiday again. Like, I am tired. I just want to stay here and drink. That sounds awesome.
And read.
And play something on the couch while you watch terrible TV.
It's not terrible TV. You said you like it now. Oh, that's different.
That's trash.
It was tradition.
Burger Champ agrees with me that it's trash.
I don't care. Us kids would all go sit at Granny and Gramps' house, and we would sit and watch the NBC special, and then we would watch the ball drop, and we'd eat a bunch of finger foods, and then Granny and Gramps would take Ambien, and we get to see all the crazy shit that they did. And
drive the tractor into the ditch. And then
Granny also accused me of having sex in her living room one year because Kevin was there and he spent the night because it was too late, and we put up an air mattress in her living room floor and she thought I was having sex with him.
Little does Granny and Kevin know, Kevin is gay.
No, he's not.
I'm sure he is.
So mean. Oh my God. Is he a listener?
I don't care. Kevin,
he doesn't really think you're gay.
I do.
Don't listen to him.
I have a whole theory.
He just thinks that all of my guy friends are gay because most of them
I know you
turned
have some
out
straight
to
guy
be
friends
gay.
like Alex and Logan.
But they're not my besties, you know? All of my guy besties have... Well, no, not all of. A substantial amount of my guy besties have turned out to be gay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Joel is very much not gay.
Exactly.
He's very much not gay.
But I'm convinced that Kevin is gay, and he doesn't know it yet.
Oh, my God.
You know my theory. We're not going to get into it
now. He just embraces his feminine side.
It'll be like an hour if we get into it.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
a whole episode.
Anyway.
You got gift cards. Tell me about your gift cards.
I got so many Barnes & Noble gift cards. I was like a kid in a candy store. Kid in a bookstore in my case. And I forgot that their 50% off hardcover sale starts the day after Christmas. Thankfully, my trusty friend Tony from my Disney college program tagged me in it on Facebook, and it was like, oh, I'm on my way. Yeah, I went into Barnes & Noble and I got some really hefty books for half off. One of those books was even $50. I got it for $25.
That's awesome.
How amazing is that?
Oh, man, with the art books that I like.
Yes, all hardcover books were 50% off.
I could have gotten the
All
encyclopedia.
of them. All of them. And I love you so, so much. And I thought about looking at them. And then I was like, but that's going to take up so much of my money because they're already so expensive.
They're $40.
That's still, I only had $100 to work with.
Did you have like 120?
No, because I had not received that final gift card. So I now have another
Gotcha.
$25, but no extravagant Barnes & Noble sale. So I'm just going to save it for Hellbent, which comes out in 2 weeks.
See, my sister gave me a $50 GameStop gift card,
And he can't find it.
which apart from the chair that I'm sitting on, was the best gift I got for Christmas. Because it's
Something you actually want
and use.
and use. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Will use.
Regularly.
Yes, all the time. Well, one time all the time.
Yes.
And I think I'm gonna hold on to it for Fire Emblem, because the new Fire Emblem comes out, and I am excited for this one because it doesn't look terrible like Three Houses. I started Three Houses and I did not like it,
Oh, dear.
so I'm excited for that. Or maybe I'll use it for Dead Space remake. I still need to finish Callisto, so.
So many options.
Yeah. So you wanted to do a quick read and plays. What do you have in mind for a quick read and plays before we get into Buu Saga?
Now I don't remember. I think I might DNF the Stephen King book. It's boring as fuck.
Which Stephen King
The
book?
fairy tale one. The one that feels like To Kill a Mockingbird right now. But like more boring.
Right.
And everybody's like, oh my god, his writing is so amazing. And he breaks up sentences in ways that bother me. I'm like, I don't know if I can take this.
It's like a kung fu movie when it gets dubbed into English and the voices have to match the mouth movements, so the sentences are broken up
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
Like Kung Pao.
yeah, like that. I just don't know. I don't know that I'll continue.
It's like that, but in writing.
Yes. Plus, it's already so fucking long because it's Stephen King. It's gonna take me months and months and months to read it at the rate that I go with all the books that I read at once. So yeah, I don't know. You got anything?
So I have to start 2 games, right? The first one.
Oh shit! I gotta start that BJ Novak book.
So the first one that I have to start is Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes.
The one that won?
Yes, the one that won. I already have that in my Switch, right? The other one that I need to start again, and I'm probably not going to play through the whole thing, is going to be Eastward.
Oh, again?
Yeah, 'cause I'm going to be on a show.
Oh, right.
I'll talk more about it later. I'm going to be on a show. It comes out in February, the episode, and we're going to talk Eastward. So I want to play a little bit of it so that I can remember stuff. The guy that hosts the show, he played it, and he already posted on his Twitter what he thought, and I feel a little bit sad about it.
Oh,
A little
no.
bit. But he does make a good point. The game does go on a little bit too long. But I just love the character so much that I was happy with just how long the game is.
Right.
Which is whatever. So I have to play those, and I am currently playing for my own personal enjoyment Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2.
Nice.
Which is... it's pretty fun, and I am surprised that it's still getting support to this day. Because this game came out like, I don't know, 5 years ago. And it's still getting characters added to it. Like, just a few months ago, they added Broly. And they do polls to add extra characters. And it covers everything. It covers, like, Dragon Ball Z, Super, GT, even Heroes. There's people... The game is based on Dragon Ball Heroes. So, it's fun. The combat is a run-of-the-mill Dragon Ball fighting game from the new ones. And I feel like the combat is better and more entertaining than Kakarot. I did like Kakarot, but the combat on this one I like more. You can transform into a Super Saiyan if you choose a Saiyan. You can do 1, 2, and 3, and apparently now you can do God and Super Saiyan God. So that's pretty fun.
Can I say one more thing before we jump into our discussion?
Yeah.
You can't say anything except going into discussion after I say this. But you saying what you said made me think of a statement I wanted to say.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I'm going to say my statement.
All right.
I am now reading Dragon Ball Super for my own enjoyment.
All right, let's go into discussion time. All right, you really cannot drop a bomb like that and tell me to go into discussion time.
Yes, I can.
You're
We're
enjoying.
going to lead back up to it.
I know we're gonna lead back up to it, but you're enjoying Super now too.
Yes.
You told me that your plan was to do Super and then go back to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to enjoy Dragon Ball very much. I really don't.
I think you might.
Yeah?
Honestly, I think you might, because the transition between Dragon Ball, where it ended, and up to the point where Super Saiyans become a thing, it's a weird period in Dragon Ball Z.
I see.
So, but Dragon Ball knows what it is. That first part of Dragon Ball Z is kind of finding its footing, figuring out what it wants to be. But Dragon Ball knows exactly what it is from the beginning.
I see.
So I think you're going to like Dragon Ball.
Well, reading Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super is just going to further solidify me liking Dragon Ball, right? I think. I hope.
That sounds about right.
Maybe. So I read through the entire Buu Saga up to the end. Goodbye, Dragon World, I think is what that last volume is called.
I don't.
Volume 26.
It's in
pretty
the box.
Sure.
I'm not going to look for
well,
it.
I'm going to look at it. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's Goodbye Dragon World. I have to tell you something.
What?
Oh, I really don't want to tell you this.
Okay.
Yes, Goodbye Dragon World, Volume 26.
Tell me.
So my Goodreads, I have you. You are automatically given your to read, read your 1-star, 5-star, not your 1-star, 5, your red. So, but then I went in and added my 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, and then favorites. I added number 26 to my 5-star and my favorites.
Really?
I did.
It's good.
It is really good. I don't understand what your friends are saying. I'm not even going to call them my friends right now.
No, my
because
friends. No,
I think they're crazy. When they say that there was a lull.
When Will starts talking shit about Dragon Ball Z, I don't pay attention because he's wrong. I love you, Will, but you're wrong.
And Junito said the same thing, that the Buu Saga, but he's only watched it, right?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
He's also the idiot that said the Samwise is annoying.
That is very true. Oh my God. I told him to get the fuck out of our apartment when he said that. It's like, you get out right now. He's like, if he'd just taken the ring. I'm like, do you think that he wouldn't have taken the ring? He was not given the option to take the ring. And he was not going to be the one to say to Frodo, hey, I think I'd be better at carrying this thing than you, because he's way too humble of a person. He is the only reason that Frodo made it to Mount Doom. The entire fellowship rides on Sam's back, on Aragorn's back.
Okay.
Oh my God. Made me so fucking mad.
It's Dragon Ball. It's not Lord of the Rings.
Okay, yeah. Anyway. So, all of you people were saying, I don't know why Chris likes the Buu Saga so much. There's such a lull. Blah, blah, blah. No.
There is a lull. Okay, there is a lull throughout the entire anime because...
Oh, bless it.
Because the anime was being done as the manga was being written.
Oh.
So they had to wait for the manga to be written so they could do the episodes.
That is a literal lull.
That's why the Frieza fight is 5 hours long. 5 hours long? Yes, it's 5 hours long.
Shoot me in the face.
Yeah. And then the rest of it, there's so many episodes where they spend time on them just screaming and powering up, and it's because of that.
Yeah. I see.
I have so much stuff to ask you about.
I did find myself getting like mildly annoyed with Boo as a character, just because, oh my God.
He was a child at first?
He's a child the whole fucking time. Even when he does consume
Super
Piccolo,
Buu?
he's still a fucking child. He's a what's the word? Oh, he's a poser. A poser. And his outfit really bothers me. It bothers me a lot.
The white pants with the black belt?
Yes, he looks ridiculous. And I'm just sitting there thinking about him being Pepto-Bismol pink the whole time. And but he was the only annoying part of it for me.
Fat Boo was more annoying because he has like a blanket tied around his neck, and then he has like gloves for washing dishes.
But then he becomes not evil, and he's the cutest thing in the world. Once he meets that dog, it's all over for me. Yeah, when he's licking that damn dog, I can't. I
forgot about
can't.
that. That
He
was
licks
so
that dog
funny.
so much. I can't.
There's like 3 panels of Buu just licking a dog.
Yes. Yes. And I don't really understand why Burger Champ thinks fusion is stupid. I thought it was kind of
I
cool.
mean, it's kind of a cop out.
I mean,
Conceptually, it's kind of a cop out, but
I
it's cool.
guess.
I think it's very, very cool.
It's stupid, the whole dance and
That is
everything.
pretty stupid.
But and I don't really understand the Patara cuz like I don't understand how Goku and Vegeta broke it, but the Lord of Lords was stuck with Kibito
they
or whatever
explain
the
it in
hell.
Super.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not going to tell you, but
don't
they
spoil
explain
it.
it in Super.
I'm not very far into Super because I keep falling asleep every time I sit down to read it.
Once you're in the Goku Black part of Super, they'll explain it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, what? This
Okay.
doesn't make any sense at all.
I have a couple of things to ask you.
Okay.
First one. Did you notice when they make the wish to bring back everybody that was killed by Buu at the
Yes,
beginning,
the
right?
first
Right
wish.
there, like the first wish.
Yes.
Right immediately after that, Goku's like, Gohan's dead. And Vidal's like, no, because I can feel him. If Gohan would have been dead when they made that wish, he would have come back to life. So Goku would have been able to feel his energy. What the fuck was Goku doing that entire time?
Being a terrible father.
He's a fucking awful dad.
He's the worst. The worst.
He sucks.
The biggest example, like I said, and that I was hung up on, is at the very end in that little bonus story when he's like, oh, I'm going to go live with Oob now and train him. Bye. Like, I still have a child who's at home and a grandchild, but peace out. I'm going to go train this kid that I just met because he is the good reincarnation of my ultimate enemy. Yay. Because that makes sense.
So that's one thing. That I noticed that playing the game, they go over that part. And I was like, wait, they just revived everybody. Why? Where the fuck is Gohan? And maybe, okay, I will understand maybe. They make the wish. What's his name? Kibito goes, takes Gohan to the planet of the Kais before they can notice. But I highly doubt it because Gohan was not dead the entire time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. The other thing, Goku turns Super Saiyan 3.
Yes. No eyebrows.
He almost destroys the entire world just turning into Super Saiyan 3.
Yes.
Isn't that fucking insane?
Yes, it is. It is nuts. And that hair, they look like fucking lions.
I love it. I want that hair.
Really insane hair. But it also looks like Raditz's hair when he's just normal.
Except Raditz has Vegeta's Widow's Peak.
Widow's Peak.
Widow's Peak.
His Widow's Peak.
His Widow's Peak.
You know, I never thought about that. The Vegeta's got a Widow's Peak. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. I have a Widow's Peak.
You do.
You give me shit for it.
You're like Vegeta.
My boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fell in love with him.
Hey, see, the thing about you liking Dragon Ball now is not only can you bond with me more, you can bond with your brother more.
I can. Oh, it's gonna make me cry.
Did you tell him you finished
He's gonna make fun of me. What?
Did you tell him you finished?
I did.
You didn't? You should. I texted him.
No, I told him.
Oh, you did?
I told him.
What'd he say?
Hold on one moment. Let me see. I told him I'm obsessed now, and he said.
What did he say?
He asked if it was the final atonement. I was like, yeah, totally was. And then he showed me that his lock screen is Vegeta, and you made a derogatory comment about that.
What did I say?
You said that's gay.
No, I didn't.
You said something along those lines. You just don't want him to think you said it, but you did. You said it.
I probably didn't say that.
I want you to know that he has a gay lock screen too, okay?
I probably didn't say that's gay. I probably said that's.
To be fair, we were in bed and we were almost asleep, and I showed it to you, and you're like, "That's gay."
I did not say that. I did not say that. But mine's Castlevania, and it's all like fruity colors and shit. So mine's pretty gay
It's
too.
pretty gay. Yeah. It's like even gayer than mine. It's just you.
Mine is me. That's gay as fuck.
But no. So I read a lot of this on the way to Miami and back from Miami Christmas Day to visit
You
your
were
cousin,
crying.
and I was crying. I was also laughing my ass off and like, what? And just, I laughed out loud so many times. And I feel like that does not happen to me very often, even with how much I read. I mean, just because most of the stuff I read isn't funny. But
Yeah.
I was laughing a lot. It was definitely giving me endorphins. I was definitely turning the pages super fast. I was reading by flashlight on the way back, and your cousin, who said that Sam is annoying, he was driving the other part of the caravan, and they rode past us on the highway. We're doing like 80 miles an hour, and your windows are super, super tinted, but he could see me, and he could tell that I was reading manga. So when we got back, he was like, "Were you reading manga in the car?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, what were you reading?" Yeah, with Dragon Ball, I was hooked,
You
hooked,
love it.
hooked.
I am so happy that you like it so
I
much.
love it so much. I know. Oh God, like I can't stop thinking about it. I love it so much. I even texted him and I was like, "Okay, we got to go to Dragon Con and we're gonna cosplay. You're gonna be Vegeta and I'm gonna be Bulma. I'm gonna get a blue wig. We're gonna be super cute."
I have a question, and it's an important question.
What?
Is this going to be a yearly read for you? Or
Maybe.
do you
I
want
do
to?
kind of want to go back and read the
That's what I
beginning
was
of
going to
it to
ask you.
see if I'll appreciate it more now.
I feel like you would.
I think so.
Actually, I would say
Now that I like all the characters.
I would say finish Super first.
Yeah.
Super's not over. It just restarted again.
I think I'd rather finish the whole thing and then go back.
So
And maybe read it in order.
just read all of Super up to the point where it's at right now, and then go back and start Dragon Ball Z because I feel because it does happen to me a little bit. I feel like you would appreciate more their growth
Their arc.
their growth as fighters, knowing what happens in Super,
Yeah.
knowing that all of these challenges that they run into, like Raditz, in a couple of years eventually become meaningless. Like
Yeah.
they can beat Raditz by spitting at him,
Yeah.
basically.
True.
So I feel like you would appreciate it more if you were to read all of Super and get up to date with that, and then coming back and starting Dragon Ball again.
Good point. Good point. Yeah. I think I'll probably do it.
It's so good. It's such a feel good manga. Oh,
It
Hercule.
is. Oh, Hercule. What do you want to know about Hercule?
Do you like him now?
I do not love him.
He is the
but
champ.
He's cute now. He's a lot less annoying now. A lot less.
Especially when he pulls out his gat. He's like, I'm a martial artist, but I got a gun.
I can't. I can't. And when what did he do? He just like gave Goku a bunch of his prize money.
Yeah.
And fuck, he's so fucking stupid.
Who?
Goku.
He is.
He's a fucking idiot. Goten was like, "You do realize if you take this money, you don't have to keep working like mommy says you have to." He's like, "Oh, right.
He's like, I'm gonna go train.
What the hell? I'm gonna go live with Oob."
That's in Super.
Wait, what? Oh, oops. Oops. Yeah, it's at the very beginning of Super.
The
Uh-oh.
very beginning of Super.
Oops.
I don't remember if in Super that panel with the Goku fighting Hercule happens in the manga. It does happen in the anime, and if it doesn't happen in the manga, I want you to see the episode.
Yeah, when are we going to sit down and watch all this shit?
Oh, abridged?
We'll know all the things.
Do you want to watch all the movies?
Kind of.
We should probably start with the movies, with the ones where they're already turning into Super Saiyans, because the first ones are very martial arts heavy and they're not that good in my opinion. I also haven't seen them since I was a little kid,
Okay.
so we could watch them. And I also need to find the history of Trunks because I know you will cry your ass off in that movie.
Okay.
That movie is so good.
I like Trunks and Vegeta a lot.
You're gonna love.
I really like Piccolo.
You're gonna.
Piccolo was more sad that Gohan was dead than Goku was.
Yeah.
Way more sad.
You're gonna fall in love with adult Gohan in the history of
Oh,
Trunks
dear.
movie, and you are going to cry so much.
Oh, yeah, that story was...
What story?
The story about... Well, we don't want to spoil it for everybody.
It's like 30 years old. it's spoiled.
Because didn't Gohan, like, sacrifice himself or something for Trunks?
Something like that.
Something like that. Oh, God.
You started crying with Vegeta. What was the point of
Oh,
Vegeta
my
that made
God.
you
I was
cry?
crying my eyes out with Vegeta. I was crying with him sacrificing himself with Buu. Even after, is it Piccolo who tells him that he's not going to go to the good place? Yeah. Oh my God, it tore me the fuck up. And then,
Because it
oh
also
shit, I
that
can't take it.
it it's also his speech because it's his resolve. It's like
Yeah,
I know I'm not going to heaven.
yeah,
I'm still gonna do this for the people that I love that I let down.
yeah. I can't take
You're tearing up.
it. And then
There she goes.
when he comes back,
When he comes back,
and he gives his speech to Goku, but not to him.
to himself about Goku.
Yeah, saying that he realizes now that, like, he was fighting to, like, prove his pride or whatever, but Goku was never doing that. He says, "You're the true champion." Oh my God. God damn it.
If it makes you feel any better, if it makes you feel any better, up until
I was like, that makes you the champion, Vegeta, because he would never acknowledge that because he's a dumbass.
he's so stupid.
Oh, you.
Up until now on Super, they're equal. They're finally equal.
Thank God, because
And-
Vegeta deserves it. He deserves it.
They're equal, and they're still nothing. They are trash, even though they're equal, and they are way stronger than they were at the end of the Buu Saga.
Bless it.
Oh, I can't wait for you to continue. It's like,
I just really needed some Beerus in my life because I don't know why.
Why do you
Beerus
like
has
Beerus?
fascinated me so much from the second I saw. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
it's just
Like,
a hair-
ooh, Beerus.
it's a hairless purple cat that's horny for Broly's girlfriend.
I don't know. There's just something about him. I'm not even a cat person. It doesn't make any sense at all. But I think he was in that one movie that you drugged me to see, the first one that you drugged with Broly, right?
With Broly.
Okay. I thought he was fun. And then wasn't I like watching you watch an episode, or was it not you? Was it somebody else? About them like on the beach and he was supposed to be babysitting the kids or something.
I think that was Broly actually.
Was it in Broly?
Yeah.
It was? I remember them like,
They're screaming at him to take care of the baby or something.
I thought that wasn't in Broly.
I think that was in
it?
Broly. I'm not sure.
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
But
All these little snippets that I've
You also-
seen over the years are
you also
blurring
really liked
together.
them. You really liked them at the Gohan movie, at Superhero. When
Yeah,
he's
the
trying to
one with
impress-
Pan?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love Daddy Piccolo. Whew. Yeah. I love him so much.
I love Piccolo. Piccolo's great. Like, and it's taken me to adulthood to figure out how great Piccolo is. And you know, he's actually
That's
Toriyama's
fun.
favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
He's
a very
Toriyama's favorite.
like noble. I love him.
He used to be evil.
I love his facial expressions. Every time like somebody would do something crazy and his eyes would bug out of his head, you
When
know?
he's screaming at Gotenks.
Yes. Yes. And when Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 and he's just like, "What?"
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun. Very fun.
So anything else you want to say about Dragon Ball?
I just
Boo's Fury?
love it
Both
so
Buu
much. Boo is really fucking annoying, but it made a really fun story.
So
Oh, and I could not get over the bibbity bobbity boo shit.
Bibbidi
That
Bobbidi and
was
Boo.
It took me a second to catch on. I don't think I realized it until I saw Boo, and I was like, "Wait, bibbity bobbity." Like I didn't put bibbity and bobbity together, but then I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?"
You're
And he
like,
looks like a
"Bibbidi
damn
bobbidi
little
boo."
cockroach. Oh, and then you were mad because of the spelling
Yeah.
being weird. You were like, "No, it's whatever," and I was like, "Actually, no." And I started taking pictures of the panels to show him.
I don't. You said it's Viz, the one that made.
Yeah,
these?
and I know you asked me if there were curse words in it. They're not, because I noticed it.
Okay,
I think
so it's like curse words like damn and hell.
because
No?
there was one where I figured it would have said shit, but it was shoot and like darn.
Okay, yeah, because if it was like the American version, it would have had like darn and shoot and whatever, and the names would have been in English. But they're the Japanese versions of the names in English. So
I
put it
see.
in Boo with two U's.
Kuririn.
And I'm surprised that Hercule stayed Hercule and didn't go to Satan.
Satan?
Yeah, that's his name, Mr. Satan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Mr. Satan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
There was one more thing I wanted to touch on before we continued. Oh, does Kid Buu do the thing where he smacks his chest and goes like, "Oh, oh, oh, oh"?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, because I
So-
was like, what the fuck is he doing?
In Dragon Ball,
Uh-huh.
before he blows up a planet and he starts doing that, he just starts like smacking his chest like a monkey and going
Like he's
"Oh,
King Kong.
oh, oh, oh," like a chimp. And then he's just racking up energy until he explodes the entire planet. It is so weird. And they show him doing that so much. It just becomes from like a dude that just wants destruction to like a fucking little monkey kid.
He's weird. He's really weird.
Goku used this ultimate technique on him. He bit the fuck out of his head.
I can't. And I couldn't get over him turning people into food. That was so silly. So silly. I mean, it made sense with Fat Boo, but the other Boos, it was just ridiculous. But also, you know what else was ridiculous? When he turned, was it Vegerat into a piece of chocolate?
Vegito.
And he was
Vegito.
jumping around, like still fighting him as a piece of chocolate?
It's a jawbreaker.
That was ridiculous.
Turn him into a jawbreaker.
Ridiculous.
He literally broke his jaw. Like he shot through his mouth straight out the
Yes.
back.
Yes. I can't. No, they were called Vegerat in this version.
It's the Japanese name in English. Because Goku's name is Kakarot.
Yeah.
So, Fusion. We haven't talked about Fusion.
We talked about it a
Papara.
little bit and how I don't really.
Did you like Vegito?
Vegito?
Vegerat?
Vegerat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was fine with it. I did think it would be more impressive. It wasn't quite as impressive as I thought it was going to be, but
I feel like they do a better job in the anime presenting these characters. Like the first time you see Gotenks, you're like, oh, it's Gotenks. And when you see Vegito, you're like, oh, it's Vegito.
I remember it seemed more fun in the Broly movie.
With the dance?
Yeah. When they got it right.
Okay, so for the Patara, you don't dance. It's just the Patara.
Right.
But when
Because they needed time.
when you do the
to
dance,
be on their side.
it's like the actual dance. And also,
The dance is ridiculous.
Death Battle. You remember Death Battle?
Yes.
The internet show that I watched?
Yeah.
They did Vegito versus
Gotenks?
Gogeta,
Oh.
the fusion dance. Goku and Vegeta. Guess who won?
Who?
Vegito.
Really?
Everybody was like, no, Gogeta's stronger. He's better. He's this and that. And in the actual anime and in the manga, Old Kai says the Patara is a more perfect fusion and it would make Vegito stronger because of the rivalry between Goku and Vegeta. So suck on that, you fucking Gogeta lovers.
Really?
Vegito is stronger than Gogeta.
That's cool.
Yep. And
Say that
actually,
5 times fast and it sounds like Gojira.
Gogeta.
Gojira!
Vegito won the fight. So.
Very nice.
And they're like, it says it in the manga like a million times. You're like, it does.
And this, as I said in the car the other day, this makes me wish that Super Saiyan were not so bad. But it just means we need to go to Dragon Ball more often. So now I can read the wall and know what's happening.
And understand it.
Yes.
Like that picture of Gohan and Buu fighting and Mr. Satan in the tank going like with the thumbs down.
Yes.
I love that.
I'll get
image
it
so much.
now.
I like that image so much.
I'm so excited to take a picture of the box set and post it on my Bookstagram like you wanted me to from the beginning. I was like, fuck no. Hell, I was looking at those posters last night and I was like, maybe I should tell him he could put one in the bedroom. And I was like, no, we're not taking it to that level. We're not.
Now you're like,
No.
you're like, everybody needs to read this. Like even people that don't read manga, you're like, you have to read Dragon Ball.
You have to. Maybe I should have recommended that to my sister for her 12 recommendations
You're
from
telling
12
my
friends.
aunt, you need to read Dragon Ball, and she's looking at you all
Like
weird.
I'm nuts.
And you're like, it's so
But
good.
it's so good. It is.
It's great.
I
It's
get
so
it
much fun.
now. I get it.
See?
Like
It's fun.
it totally makes sense. It was difficult in the beginning.
It's that finding
That
its
fucking
footing.
Frieza.
That finding its footing
it was
is rough.
so boring. Oh my god! But like you said, I think if I reread it now, I'd enjoy it
You
a
might
lot more.
well, I know you'll definitely appreciate it after going through Super, just so you can see how much they grow as warriors. But
Right.
that I the Frieza arc. I remember when I was a kid watching the Frieza arc. It made me anxious as fuck because Goku's the only strong one. Everybody else is weak, and they have to do this thing.
Little did they know Frieza was a whiny little bitch who paled in comparison to the Pepto Bismol boy.
To Buu.
Yes, Pepto Bismol boy.
I'm glad you haven't given a score. What's your score for the whole for Buu
For
and then the
the
whole thing?
Oh Lord, hold on, let me look. Okay, so where did Boo start? I'm trying to remember. Boo, 5 stars. I gave every single one 5 stars. Every single one.
Really?
Yes. Every single one.
Okay.
Yep. 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 The whole thing.
I let me take a guess.
What?
4.5.
Yeah.
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 I knew it.
Because I feel like even though I technically only really enjoyed half of it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it is roughly half of it.
No, because you started enjoying it when Goku started fighting Frieza. Like you really started page turning right there.
No, I really started page turning when Future Trunks came in.
No.
Yeah.
No, because you at the end when you talked about the Frieza saga,
Mm-hmm.
you were like, I really started getting into it when
Did
Goku
I?
started fighting Frieza
I don't remember
because the
that.
action started flowing faster.
I thought I was saying that about
And then when
when
Trunks came
Trunks
in,
came in
you were not
and the
happy.
androids.
You were skeptical when Trunks came in, and then when you started actually seeing him, you're like, oh, okay, this is good.
But Frieza was already gone at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah, he was. Well, he came back, but he was gone
Well,
again.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think when Cell, when all the stuff started happening with Cell, then I was really like I from volume 14 on, it was all 5 stars.
Yeah,
So that's
that's a lot.
12, 13,
12.
wait, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26. Yeah, 12. Well, I was thinking of it as including number 14. I don't know why. That would have been 13. Okay, don't just ignore me. Anyway,
And you're not drinking. I am.
even though that is technically less than half.
Hmm.
Yeah, 4.5 for the whole thing.
I feel like reading it again.
You should. It was
I
really
should.
fun. And that
I
way you
should.
can see all of the differences
Yeah.
that you only found out from my weird spellings that you thought were wrong.
Yeah. I do kind of want to. I don't know if GT is a manga or if it's just a show. If it's a manga, I kind of want to read it. If it's a show, I'm not watching GT because the first half of GT is terrible.
What is GT?
So it's the continuation to Dragon Ball Z without Toriyama.
Oh.
It's so like the first half of it tries to mimic the original Dragon Ball with finding the Dragon Balls, but throughout the universe.
Oh.
Because there's the Black Star Dragon Balls, which Emperor Pilaf makes a wish on them, and he wishes that Goku were a kid. That's why he's a kid on GT. And the Dragon Balls spread across the universe, and they have to find them. But the difference is that if they don't find them within a year, the Earth blows up.
Oh, dear.
So that first half of it is them finding those Dragon Balls, and it feels like the original Dragon Ball done in a very bad way. After that, when it goes back to Earth and they're like going through like Super 17, because Android 17 comes back and there's a super version of him, and the evil dragons and Baby, then that's okay, but it's still really rough. Like you can tell Toriyama was not there at all. Just like in Super, Toriyama's not there at all. But I feel like Toyotaro does a pretty decent job with it, even though it doesn't really feel like Dragon Ball.
Wait, Super's not written by Toriyama?
No, it's not. It's written by Toyotaro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Also, I just
It's still
have to
entertaining.
say,
It's good.
I feel even worse now for buying you that Yamcha figurine.
I love that figurine. I don't know what you're talking about.
You only love it because of how proud I was of myself.
No, I love it because it's actually really cool. The wolf coming out from his back is actually really fucking cool. He's doing his wolf fang fist.
If you say so.
Oh, go ahead now. So, okay, I'll take that 4.5 for the whole thing, 5 for the Buu arc.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking great.
So I played one of my favorite games of all time. I think this is number 5 in my favorite games of all time, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
It's
pretty high.
Dragon Ball Z Buu Fury. Let me just start off by saying that I gave it an 8.5 out of 10, which is the same score that I gave The Legacy of Goku 2, which I think The Legacy of Goku 2 is an inferior game to this one. I think this one's way better.
Then how are you going to give them the same score? How?
Because it doesn't feel right giving it a 9.
But it's a number 5 of all time.
Doesn't matter. My number 1 game of all time is Star Fox 64, and that game's like a 7 at best.
Oh, you don't make any sense. Keep going. Just keep going.
It's
Just keep going.
I love it. It's great to me.
Okay. But you can appreciate that it's not a perfect game.
Exactly.
Okay, whatever. Keep going.
So, I think I told a story last week of me wanting to get this game, and it came out during like this rainstorm coming through to Puerto Rico. The government
Yes.
shut the power out.
Yes.
And I went every day with my backpack full of games to trade in for this game.
That's so cute. How old were you?
14.
That's
When did this game
adorable.
come out, actually? I don't even know. Let me just do a quick search. Where the hell is Chrome? Here we go. Here we go. Buu Fury Wikipedia. Okay. Oh, there's nothing. What the hell? Let's try that again. Wikipedia. Nothing. What the fuck? The page is empty.
Just look up the release
Okay, here we
date.
go.
Okay.
Release date September 14th, 2004. So I was 14 years old.
No, yeah, you were. Okay.
I was 14
I'm
years
thinking
old.
of myself, selfishly.
Yeah. So my backpack full of games that I never play anymore.
That's so cute.
Going up to GameStop in my skateboard, hoping that they had power back so that I could trade and get this game. I remember seeing like not snippets, kind of like previews for this game on Tips and Tricks magazine. And the one thing that caught me, and I was like, "Oh, I need to play this," is that you have an equipment system, so you can equip items like shirts and gloves and shit to make your character stronger. And there's I'm sure you noticed that there's a theme throughout the series where they wear weighted clothes, and once they take them off, they're much
Yes.
faster and stronger.
Yes.
So they did the same
Like,
thing in the
oh,
game.
10 tons is nothing.
Exactly. So they
After my time in the room of spirit and time.
So they did the same thing in the game. So you can wear 1-ton gloves and boots, 2-ton gloves and boots, 10 tons, 100 tons, a bazillion ton. And when you wear them, you become much slower, but you also gain experience faster. And there is a lot of grinding in the game because there are gates that are level guarded for specific characters, but because of the system of this get slower so you can get more experience thing, you can run through them pretty easily. Like I would find myself just sitting there, just farming experience, killing like the same 4 enemies over and over again. And I love the combat system because you have like the A button for punches and kicks, and they do kind of like a preset combo. And then you have like your B buttons for your special. So you have your regular Ki Blast, your Kamehamehas, your Masenkos, instant transportations. You can turn Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3 for Goku and Gotenks. You can actually do the fusion dance with either Goten or Trunks. And in this game, you control Goku, Vegeta, Adult Gohan, which is technically Teenage Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. And you can do the fusion dance with Goten and Trunks, and you can do the fusion dance with Goku and Vegeta after you find all 25 Sea Warriors exhibits and Hercule exhibits. They give you the chance to do the fusion dance, and it's pretty much useless at that point because you've done everything in the game.
Bless it.
So that leveling up thing, it's the equipment thing. It's super fun because you can like basically go through like the whole stage and become so over leveled that bosses like Broly are a joke. And I love that in this game they did like the bosses from the movies. So like you don't have Cooler. You had Cooler in the previous game. You get Janemba as part of the story. You get Broly as part of the story. So they made these characters that are not canon fit into the canon in spots where they make sense. So when Goku returns to the other world after his time is up, that's when he has to go fight Janemba. So Vegeta is granted privilege to help Goku fight Janemba. After that, later on, you're with Trunks and Goten finding the Dragon Balls. One of the Dragon Balls is being held by the chief of a tribe, and the only way to get the Dragon Ball is if you go beat Broly. So you go fight Broly with Goten and Trunks. So it's like those things, weaving those non-canon things into the story and making them feel like they belong was done pretty well. I
That's
really
awesome.
enjoyed that. Yeah, and like Legacy of Goku 2 did kind of like the same thing, and it worked pretty well. You know, they added General Tao there. They added Cooler, but Cooler was more like an optional boss.
Cooler.
Cooler's Frieza's brother.
I can't. King Cold.
Actually, we should watch the Cooler movies. The first one, so you know who he is, and then the second one, so you know that movie, and then we should watch the second one, but abridged. You are going to laugh so hard. There's a part where Cooler punches Goku in the dick, and you go into the future, and Gohan's training with Goten, and Goten disappears, and Gohan's like, "What am I doing out here?" Because
What
Cooler,
the hell?
Cooler punched Goku
Oh,
so hard in the dick.
the Goten disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, that was 13. That was 13. The one with Vegeta is that Cooler kept punching Vegeta in the dick, and Vegeta's like, "Why does he keep punching me in the dick?"
I can't. I gotta say, the whole bit with Frieza and King Cold kind of reminded me of what was that last Avengers movie? Endgame.
Endgame?
Or was it Endgame?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the very beginning when Thor chops off Thanos' head. It's just like, oh, that escalated quickly. It was like within the first 3 minutes of the movie. It's like, oh, these bitches are back. And then boom,
Like
dead, gone.
Like Trunks kills everyone, and then he just slices Frieza into bits.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Very, very strong Endgame vibes.
Yeah. So the game covers pretty much everything from the Otherworld arc, which is filler, which is Goku being in the otherworld, fighting in a world tournament from the Otherworld. So he fights there a guy called Pycon, which is another world's version of Piccolo. And they both get disqualified because they touched the ceiling. And if you touch the ceiling, it basically means that you're standing on the head, so the ceiling would be the floor. So if you touch it with your feet, you're out of the ring. It's super stupid. It doesn't make sense.
That sounds pretty stupid.
Anyway, so it covers that all the way up to the Buu Saga. And it ends the same way. Goku fights Oob, and then he takes him away.
Oob.
Takes
I
him
can't.
away.
I'm gonna go beat Oob's dad now. Bye.
Fucking
Peace
Goku.
out, family.
Yeah.
That I've left literally for the entire time that we've been a family. I don't know why the fuck Chi-Chi's still married to his stupid ass. I have no idea. I should have gotten you a Vegeta
And Bulma.
and Bulma painting.
Yeah, Goku's a terrible person.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that.
He's awful. Like, I haven't
Father's
realized that
Day
until
weekend
now.
when I ordered this for you. Sorry, because they were having a special for Father's Day because, you know, fathers like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, apparently that's the thing. Every father likes Dragon Ball.
Apparently.
So, oh shit, that is an ad for. I'm watching an ad right now, and it's an ad for Callisto Protocol. I need to get back into that game. Anyways, so I really like the game.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I just realized something.
What?
You made me look this game up on Amazon like around when we first met, and it sat in my cart forever because you were gonna buy it, but then I think you found it at GameStop for cheaper. Or what did you do?
I bought it at Cybertron, probably.
Cybertron.
Yeah.
It sat in my cart forever.
It's a very good game. And it's expensive as hell too. Let's see. So it covers Majin Vegeta. So you do the whole thing with Vegeta sacrificing himself and all that.
I can't handle it.
And there are a few playable characters that they didn't mention, and these are like one-offs. You do get Majin Vegeta for a little bit. Vegito, which I would have loved to play as Vegito instead of Gogeta, because I think Vegito was cooler. You play as Videl a little bit as she's getting her shit rocked by Spopovich. You remember
Fine.
that part?
Yes, I do.
She gets
The shit beaten out of her.
Oh, when he like lays her on his knee and just keeps wailing at her head while holding it, it's like, oh fuck, dude, you'd get canceled now for that shit. Hercule, you play us a little bit with Hercule. So the boss characters: Olibu, Pycon, Spopovich, Yamu, Pui Pui, Yakon, Deborah, P. These are nonsense, like Ninja Boss, Warlord, Pilaf's Guardian, Broly, Majin Buu, Janemba, Super Janemba. You do got fight Super Janemba. There's a difference between Super Janemba and regular Janemba. Kid Buu, Super Bow. You get to fight against Gotenks, Gohan, and Piccolo as well. So, man, this game is so much fun. Like, we talked about Boost Legacy of Goku, right? And we posted it on our story, and immediately Kiko messages me. He's like, Legacy of Goku 2 is so good. I'm like,
bless it.
And this is the lesser one, even though they have the same score. And it did get pretty middling reviews upon reception.
Average.
Yeah, so 6.5, 6.3, 7.0, 4.5. I don't know. People don't like the Buu Saga. People didn't like this game. I don't know why. I think this game is amazing. If I had to play one Dragon Ball RPG for the rest of my life, it would be this one.
That's saying a lot.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, to me, this is an 8.5. I really, really like this game. I feel like they improved between Legacy of Goku 1 and 2, like, day and night. And then what they improved from Legacy of Goku 2 to this one was above and beyond. Because now you can find items that you can put in your inventory to consume later for your health. You also have a separate meter for your Super Saiyan transformation. So in Legacy of Goku 2, when you turned into a Super Saiyan, like, it would drain your stamina meter or energy meter. In this one, you get like an extra meter for Super Saiyan. Once that one drains all the way down, your Super Saiyan's gone. But, you know, you can do it again as long as you get your Super Saiyan triangle to fill up. And it's the good thing about that is that when you're Super Saiyan and it starts draining, you can actually take like drinking items, and it'll make your energy meter full up. So you can technically stay in Super Saiyan the whole time.
By being an alcoholic.
By just drinking root beer or like Herculade or...
Alcoholic.
You didn't hear my last thing that I said.
Herculade? Is that a real thing? Or did you just make that up?
It's in the game. It's a Herculade.
Oh my god.
It's like a little bottle of green Gatorade that falls, and when you grab it, it's called
can't.
Herculade.
I can't.
Yeah, it's so much fun. This game is great. So 8.5. I love Buu Fury. Okay, so a couple of things before we end the episode. I know we're right there at almost an hour. Next week is going to be our favorite books and games of 2022. That is going to include books and games not released in 2022, because books and games released in 2022 have been talked to death about, and we're not about that life.
Oh, we're just about our favorites that we read or played.
Yep. I already asked on Discord if you have favorite books and games. Just send us your top 5. We're going to be going over them at the beginning of the episode. Then we'll go into ours, and that'll be that episode. If you have any New Year's reading or gaming resolutions, or if you hit some from last year, let us know, and we'll talk about them. We'll judge you harshly. Probably not.
Yeah,
really. No.
we probably will. No.
We might. We might not. Just don't say anything weird. We might judge you then. Anyways, just send us those if you want. We're going to go ahead and ask again on Discord. We will be recording this probably Sunday at some point, and it'll come live Monday, right?
It should. It
On the
should.
2nd?
We failed so badly this week, so I don't want to make any commitments right now.
We should be well rested by then.
You would hope.
Yeah, as long as none of us get sick again. So, all right. So, do you want to say goodbye to everyone, Karradyne?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.